rest. That is what you experience during your deep sleep. Even if you wake up at 2 o'clock in the night, you're so happy you have 2 hours. No other part in our life where we think 2 more hours of doing something is making us so joyful if we do it every single day and every single time the same way, and we don't find any joy, we don't get any achievement, any awards, any recognition, nothing, but still who you are is that beautiful space of unclutched. The more you are unclutched, empty, you are in the space of oneness with Paramashiva, and more you can attract when you stop attracting all this obsessive compulsive reactionary pattern and simply be in the presence, in the awareness that you are Paramashiva again and again. You simply drop your thoughts to zero and you become weightless. And you do not attract all this, but your space is filled by consciousness. You understand that consciousness is manifesting as your reality. And more you become empty, consciousness can flow through you as the ultimate science, ultimate reality. Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana, the Nayanamars, beautifully the stories of the Nayanamars, where Thirunavukarasar and Thirunyana Sambandar goes to Vedaranyam temple in South India. They are the greatest saints and one of the most prominent saints of 63 Nayanamars. And this is from Periya Puranam. When they went to the temple door was completely shut and it did not open. So first Thirunyana Sambandar, who was a young boy, he sang, and immediately for the first song, the door opened, Shiva temple door opened. And again it shut, and Thirunyana Sambandar, Thirunavukarasar, started singing. He's a very old person, and Thirunyana Sambandar calls him Appar, like a father, Appa. And he started singing many songs and nothing happened. And finally, he started melting in Shiva and simply the door opened. And he was really shocked that why the door did not open at his first song, just like Thirunyana Sambandar. And so beautiful, Thirunyana Sambandar says that Shiva wants to listen to you more and more. And so he waited and waited and waited for more of your song. And simply he melted and opened the door. For my song, he just opened in the first time. He didn't want me to sing more. And simply Thirunavarasar, he was the king of his tongue on singing on Shiva. And simply
Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Tie the iron rope in his chest and break it, blast it just by breathing. And lift any size rock, just like that he will lift, or he will roll. There's one huge rock in Arunachala hill, which has rolled and at least some 200 feet it has rolled and stopped. Nobody knows how it happened, I know. It's Raghupati Yogi's work. One day we both were sitting and talking, and he was explaining on Yoga Sutra, when you feel one with nature, nature listens to you. I said, how can that be? He asked me to feel one with the rock. I just contemplated, meditated, and I was feeling one with that rock. Huge boulder. When I was in that ecstasy, he just moved my hand. Suddenly, without telling me, he moved my hand. I literally saw the whole boulder rolling. I did not touch it. There is no physical contact with that rock, boulder. Just that feeling one with that rock, when he moved my hand and the boulder started rolling. I started shouting, oh, what happened, what is happening? Stop. My hand and the boulder stopped. I think from that time only I started shaking people. That was the first object responded to my movement. I actually wanted to ask him, can you lift this house and bring it and give it to Arunagiri Isha? He was laughing. He asked me, why did you put a mark?
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda.
How he manifested all these greater signs.
Fill yourself in this one sacred sentiment. You will melt in devotion.
Shakshi Pramanas are the millions of disciple devotees all around the world who are initiated by Bhagavan. Now you can see the demonstration of cracking the coconut.
You can see how the coconut is breaking. On the top, it's completely fine. Now the coconut will be breaking. You can see the coconut breaking. You can see on the top of the coconut, completely from the end to end, it has broken. Now we are going to experience the oneness with Paramashiva, entangle with Paramashiva, and manifest the powers of Paramashiva, breaking the coconut. Sit straight with the head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Bring Paramashiva to your third eye. If you have Jnananjan in your Kantamala, you can apply in your third eye and your temple and on the coconut. Bring absolute unclutching, whatever identity you're holding, again and again. Whatever is happening in the outer world is only happening as in the Maya matrix, as you are creating more and more confusion, chaos. It's like for what you went through in the dream, if you give meaning when you wake up, how silly it'll be. That is what we are living our life. How silly it is when we are clutched with all the confusion and chaos. Unclutch. He is manifesting every single thing. We are not required for our life. Again and again, unclutch everything that you know as you. Whatever shapes, whatever size, whatever labels, whatever securities, whatever we are carrying, unclutch from everything. How you go into the deep sleep. Even a person who's amputated, who's not having any hands or legs, and he goes into such a miserable time, but he sleeps, he has no idea what has gone in him. Even the worst, we don't have any idea when we go to deep sleep, because that is the very nature. How, if you have a headache, you want to get rid of it because you don't want to have a headache, but because you have a head, you know you have a headache. Same way, you have consciousness, you know you are going through all these problems. These problems and all that you are clutching in the outer world is not the way to perceive. Drop that, you will simply raise yourself into higher consciousness, which you can manifest, and nothing is lost. When you wake up from the dream, nothing is lost. It's just you wake up into the higher reality, understanding the higher consciousness. Same way, when you wake up from this as Paramashiva, sit as Paramashiva with 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands. When you are so powerful and you know that Paramashiva is real, if that becomes the cognition, simply you will manifest all the greater powers. Entangle with Bhagavan, continuously chant the Mahavakya. Tyagaraja chanted 1 lakh times. All that we need to do is chant deeply and entangle with Bhagwan into the conscious space. Now let's start chanting the Mahavakya continuously.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Beautiful. Whatever you have experienced, the coconut rolling, coconut moving, you feeling the tingling energy, or you feeling the Kundalini energy, whatever. We'll have one more cycle of consciousness over matter, power of cracking the coconut. And beautifully, all this coconut cracks when you experience the oneness with Paramashiva. In the Kailash courtyard, all the balasins, whatever coconut we have, they used to crack, not by touching, but simply through the power of third eye. And all that was witnessed by all the Nithyananda Yogam participants. These are the greatest signs that Bhagavan has given us to experience that not just our logical mind, but feeling the oneness dissolving into Paramashiva, melting into Paramashiva, Paramashiva who has come as our Guru, and getting absorbed into the space of deep gratitude and deep surrender, surrendering all the labels that you have and ready to do anything to live that Paramashiva space, simply will manifest whatever you want as your reality. That is the science that all these Nayanamars, all these Alvars, all of them understood. And simply you surrendering again and again and being in that oneness space. Paramashiva is real, consciousness is real, which is reflecting in you. As long as your inner space is like a magnet and your mind is like a all the iron fillings, and if you are in the delusion, big layer between the iron fillings and the magnet, if you remove that, unclutch from all these labels, simply the iron fillings will merge into the magnet and you will feel the eternal bliss. Just you experiencing the outer objective world as bliss, as whatever overflowing thoughts that you have in the outer world, if you redirect it to the subjective world, you are the source of everything and you are the consciousness. When mind merges into that in awareness, not in the deep sleep, but with awareness, you experience the eternal nectar, consciousness as your reality. Beautifully, Bhagavan gives us the higher dimension, how it manifests as science. These small exercise for us to have the higher reality, poking holes in our self-doubt, self-denial, self-love, hatred, all the logical mind, and experiencing the greater science, Paramashiva is real. We'll have one more cycle. You can hold the coconut as you saw in the demonstration, and you can apply the Jnananjan if you have the Jnananjan, or just hold it and place it on a place where your hand is not moving, so that it is completely cracking only from the power of third eye, not anywhere rolling down and cracking. Make sure before you start there is no crack, even small cracks on the surface of the coconut. Let's start the second cycle. Start chanting from your navel center deeply in deep listening. The listening is the key of manifestation. The more you chant the Mahavakya with the deep listening, you start experiencing the higher reality, who you are as Paramashiva. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya and manifest the power of consciousness over matter.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
So beautiful. Whatever you have experienced, please open your eyes and share it with the world in tinyurl.com/manifestation. Why do I have to share? I have manifested or not manifested. What do I share? Beautifully, Bhagavan says, the creation, what you do as your creation, is the power of integrity. The maintenance is the power of authenticity. When you maintain something and everybody is happy, you are authentic to what you are committed to. When you take the responsibility, you don't destroy things, you start expanding everything for others. The most beautiful part is enriching. And when you start sharing in the world, you start enriching the world, that is pulling yourself out of delusion. And when you cause others reality, when they experience Paramashiva is real, you get liberated. Everything is contributing to others' life is who you are. More and more you align to contribute to others' life in causing and sharing and enriching, the sooner you can experience the Paramashiva as your reality. When you sing and causing, you start getting grounded to who you are as Paramashiva. If you see the dollar sign in the YouTube, you can and contribute and such an auspicious day to offer everything at Bhagwan's lotus feet. With all the auspiciousness, abundance and bliss simply flows through us when we align everything to Paramashiva, contributing, donating and building the Kailasha in your inner space. Now let's surrender all this to Bhagwan's lotus feet. Again and again, when we surrender, we start manifesting the higher reality. Paramashiva is real. With a deep gratitude and earning Paramashiva as my reality, let's end this session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you. Kailash Kotyar manifesting past session. Thank you, Nityanam.